Welcome to American Self-Defense Concepts. I'm Nick.
I'm Doug.
And welcome to Weapons of Opportunity.
Welcome to American Self-Defense. I'm Beavis. He's Butthead.
I'm Cheech.
I'm Chong. Anyway, today we are talking about a Taiker we bought off of Amazon. See the link below. Always hit subscribe button.
Like our videos.
And subscribe. It'll let you know when we're going to be on the air. Okay, so this product on Amazon has a 4.5 star rating out of 1,800 reviews. The biggest complaints on it are
battery life
and construction. These come in,
well, they come in 1-pack, 2-packs, and also 6-packs. They're all pretty reasonably priced. I think for the 2-pack, it was only a little over $10 for the 2-pack.
Okay, so some things about this device. Has a flashlight, which is 1,000 lumen. And if you're dealing with anything flashlight in today's standards, 1,000 lumen should be the minimum of anything you carry. Toast crunch. Okay, this also has a little speaker. Don't know if you can see it right here.
Right there, this little circle up top here.
Yeah, the alarm is 140 decibels. So I'll give you a brief taste. I would like to personally see that louder and more annoying. Pulling this out of the package, our first concerns were design. It's made of plastic, real cheesy plastic. So durability and battery life are going to be our biggest two concerns with this right out of the gates. Scenarios you could use this in, obviously, low light areas, walk into your car.
And useful for kids at school, if they're walking home or they're in a crowded area in an event, human trafficking, it's a thing nowadays. And kids are high targets. So, even putting on a backpack up on the clip, on the strap, where they can sit there and just pull that if they need to, if somebody's coming at them. That's what I would see these being used for, is situations where you're drawing people's attention.
And we'll talk about it later in the video about some of the things that the idea of the concept is great, but this way this one's personally engineered, we do have some issues with that we will touch on later in the video. And by all means, your best weapon is still your mind and using common sense.
I know it's a hard concept nowadays.
Right? Buy it for $1.25.
Yeah.
Okay, after a little discussion about this product, once again, what I brought up earlier, where the pin location is, versus we'd like to actually see, number one, a better construction and a clip. Because the way it's designed right now, you almost have to carry this in your hand. And if you have your hands full of something, that's fine and dandy. But you have to almost pinch the clip in your fingers to be able to actually, so if I'm holding, I got my groceries here, I can still do it as long as I have it pinched. If I try to use the cord, it is very, very clumsy and awkward and doesn't work most of the time. So you got to be right on that pin to be able to get it to pull. I said, if I had it hanging here on a belt clip or a C-clip, this is very awkward and not really a functional concept. Takes too much. If I've got somebody coming at me, I'm pretty much worthless right now because number one, I'm fighting to find the string to even try to pull it. There's no guarantees it's going to pull. I got a better chance of snapping that pin off than actually getting it out of the device. So by all means, I think this design has to be in the hand to be a useful tool. So what we mean by in the hand, there's a little clip right on the pin there. Just pinch that and hold it in your hand. So if I do have an aggressor, here we're going to shut the light off for a moment. So hopefully this will give you a little visual. Okay, you can see my shadow. Woo, scared of the dark. Okay, I'm going to stand right about here. So if you've got somebody coming at you, you want to use a strobe effect, because if I sit there and hold it, his eyes will adjust, and he'll get used to it. So as that person's approaching, shut the alarm off. I'm going to shut it off here for a second. You get the concept. We'll set the alarm off, and then I want to use a strobe effect. So if he's coming, I can redirect him and find myself to a crowded area where I can start, if I'm in fear of my life, say, fire, help, why this is still going off. But it just depends on the situation. If you're walking out to your car that's parked out in the middle of a parking lot that's empty at 2 o'clock in the morning, not many people are going to be around. So how good is that device in that situation? Not real good. You might have somebody yell, throw a boot out the window and say, "Shut that damn cat up!"
Time for final review. What do you like about this product? What don't you like about this product? Tango.
Yes, Steve. Oh, well, let's have a discussion on it. What's our common things that we like about it?
Flashlight.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably my favorite part about this whole thing right here is the flashlight itself. I just love the positioning and where it's just a small button right up here up top, and it's just natural to sit there and be able to point it and use it, and just how quickly you can sit there and strobe that as well. So, me personally, I mean, obviously both of us, that's our favorite part of the product. Okay, so what's our least favorite part of the product?
Well, I don't know if it's just the pin design or just the cheap plastic.
I think it's a little bit of both, and then just the design of it itself. I mean, personally, I like the idea behind it. I think having an alarm kind of similar to this would be great. And just for the purpose of getting people's attention to what's going on. I mean, things that, like you said, I mean, the plastic, it's cheap. It's going to be easily something that's going to break pretty damn easy.
We're talking lot lizard cheap.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those deals where, I mean, if I had this in my hand and I decided to throw it on the ground so I can at least try to defend myself, or if I go into shock and it drops out of my hand, it's a one stomp type of deal to break this and get the alarm to stop, and that defeats the purpose of why this is even here for. So, I mean, if anything, I would like to at least see this made out of titanium or aluminum, something sturdier material that's actually going to work.
Yeah, so we don't have emerald moments of BAM!
And then, I mean, and going back to just the design of where the pin is at, I mean, if you're going to have it on the side, that's fine, but it's not going to sit there and do so well on this keychain. So it doesn't keep it isolated, and it makes it hard to sit there and pull. And then, wow. I would like the idea of more having a clip on the back. So if you do have it on like the side, at least have it on a clip where I can hook it on my pocket, or I can just pull it and pull it straight down. Not have to worry about it moving, just be able to pull, have it clipped, and be able to have my hands free.
So, on a scale of a 5-star range or scale, or whatever we're going to call that,
Yeah.
where do you see this product?
I'm either going to give it a 2 or 2.5.
As myself, 2.5 would be probably pushing it. So I'll go 2.25.
2.25? 2.25?
2.25. 2.25.
Yeah, so I mean, me myself, I just because of the idea behind the design and the flashlight where that's at, I'll probably at least give it a 2.5 on my end, just for those reasons. But it can make up a lot with change of design and also what it's made out of for functionality.
Yeah, I mean, the way this one is, having it in a child's hand or just having it in your hand without light, it's good for that.
Yeah,
it is really good for that.
And then too, I mean, going back to the sound, if you pull the pin and then you sit there and have it clenched in your hand, kind of sits there and defeats kind of the noise. It's not going to be as loud as when you have it unclenched if you're making a fist. So, I mean, that's something else to sit there and consider, too. I mean, if you're sitting there in a fight, I mean, and your adrenaline's going, you're either going to clinch, or if you go in the shock, your hands are going to open up. So keep that in mind. So, I mean, when your hands open, you'll either drop it, or if you're squeezing the thing, you're going to sit there and deafen that noise for not drawing enough attention to what's going on in your situation.
And with the strobe effect, I think we touched on this in the earlier part of the video, when you're strobing, you can't see the light, what it's doing around here, but that movement draws attention to the eyes of people around you if they're there.
Well, that's really all I got to mention on it. I think really covered a lot on Reveiw, how we can apply it to situations and do's and don'ts of it, and what works and what doesn't.
Right? And if you can't, if you don't want to spend the money on this, I can always recommend Terry Tate, office linebacker. If you can afford him to come out and be your personal bodyguard, bam! If you don't know who Terry Tate is, office linebacker, please do YouTube search. They're awesome. If you don't drain the Joe, you'll make some more. Okay, this is Tango.
Yes, Steve?
I thought it was Cash.
Your cash. Cash money.
Easy. No, that's P money.
If I was paying money, I wouldn't be making these videos.
Amen for that. So, you have our 2.25 of what we think of this plastic. Oh, sorry, no gang signs.
We appreciate you guys watching our video. Always feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, and also check out the links for the products we have posted in our video.